Hello everyone, my name is Trevor Laird, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a game review on BioWare's Mass Effect 2. The things I'm basing this review on are the story, the visuals or graphics, the gameplay, the music, and the effects in the game. To start off, I'm going to talk about the story. The story of Mass Effect 2 I feel is very deep and fleshed out. It caters to many different types of gamers, both the hardcore or the completionist gamers and the more casual sort of gamer. It does this in the way of which it presents the information or develops the story. A lot of the elements of the story are sort of optional, I suppose. There's like optional missions and stuff that you can undertake with your specific characters and whatnot. Well, actually, most characters. Also, anything you sort of come in contact with, or any planet you visit, there's actually sort of a backstory for that, and more hardcore gamers or more gamers that are more interested in the story can definitely jump into the sort of journals that or story elements that are given to you for all the species, all the weapons, the planets, and whatnot, and really get a lot out of the game. But also, the casual gamers get enough so that they understand what's going on and can experience the game in the same way. BioWare's done a very good job of fleshing out all the characters through the use of those special side missions. There's like loyalty missions that you can do that develop the character itself and makes it feel more alive and not like it's just a soulless, like shallow sort of NPC character. Definitely something that you can sort of attach to throughout the game. Visually, the game I think is quite stunning. It's got some of the best graphics for the Xbox and the PS3, and for its time as well as up to this date, it's one of the better looking games that has come out on the consoles itself. The backgrounds also are very expansive. They look like they're alive. They do this by having flying cars or whatever, something going off in the distance that you can't really come in contact with, but you can tell that something's going on. It sort of makes the cities feel alive, or the sort of hubs that you're in. They're not just static sort of places with no life aside from whoever you're in direct contact with. In terms of gameplay, the gameplay itself is based off tactical, it's a tactical squad-based third-person shooter. It definitely has elements of RPGs into it with the skill base or um, skill point like a RPG sort of system where you can put points into certain skills and upgrade those skills, and as you upgrade them, they do special things, or they do more of what they were already doing. So that sort of caters to the RPGers. And then the game itself has a lot of good gunplay, for sure. Um, those are for the more action-oriented gamers that just want to shoot things, basically. So, for the RPG or the more hardcore gamers, they can make use of like the squad commands to sort of dissect all the fights that they get into, and definitely have the most effective sort of fight happening for them. And then the action shooter sort of gamer can play the game however he wants to, and not really worry about his partners because the AI is good enough to get by. The music in the game, I think, is quite stunning. It definitely doesn't detract from the game in any way. I feel that it sort of adds to everything, um, both in the action scenes and the quiet quest hubs. The the music during the action scenes is very fitting, and definitely helps to set the mood of the moment. And the same goes for whatever you're in the cities. The game effects are very detailed and well thought out. This isn't like Michael Bay where there's just giant explosions everywhere because it's the future or something. Um, Everything's sort of believable for what you're doing, and even the effects for what you're like the player abilities. They feel like they have some sort of weight to them for everything, and they definitely fit well into the game, the story, the situation, and everything. And I think that Bioware has done a good job of creating the effects. They look very interesting. One doesn't sort of tire of how they look. Definitely enjoyable thing to see and play with for a very long period of time if the player desires. All in all, I would recommend Mass Effect 2 to basically any gamer that, even if they're not particularly interested in it, it's just interested in a good game. I definitely recommend this game to them to at least try. So I would give Bioware's Mass Effect 2 a 9.5 out of 10.